Africa is a land steeped in beauty and sorrow. Its soil holds the bones of ancient kings, the blood of empires, and whispers of stories left untold. But some stories don't rest in books or beneath the ground. Some remain suspended in the air, in the rustle of the leaves, or in the creak of old wood, where the past lingers like a shadow. Welcome back. I'm the Gingerbeard Man, and if you're a fan of the macabre, mysterious, or miraculous, told through an African and South African lens, then you're in luck because you've come to the right place. Today, we journey to two places where time has not moved on. Two haunted relics of Africa's past, each carrying tragedy and perhaps the supernatural. Our first stop, a tree, not just any tree. This is the Leper Tree of Malawi. Thick-limbed and ancient, it seems to breathe with the silence of centuries. Locals call it the Leper Tree, and with good reason. The tree grew beside a leper colony. In those days, leprosy was a death sentence, not just physically, but socially as well. Sufferers were hidden from society, often abandoned by their families. Locals tell of how lepers in the region were gathered and cast into the hollow trunk of the Baobab tree, left amongst the dead for nature to take its course. Some say the practice was born out of convenience. Others claim it was fear of touching the cursed. Either way, the dead disappeared into the tree, never to be seen again. The tree still stands today. A sign beside it reads, "The grave for people who suffered from leprosy in the past." Visitors to the tree are encouraged to look into the center, where empty sockets of human skulls stare back at them. Legend has it that those who visit the tree feel a chilling energy, sudden cold spots even in the Malawian heat, soft moaning sounds that drift through the branches, the sensation of being watched from within. Now to this day, no one knows how many bodies actually lie within the tree. 10, 100, more? But as the baobab tree swells with age, legend has it that its trunk is not growing fat from water, but from bones and sorrows. One thing is certain, this tree remembers what the world forgot. But not all haunted places are found in the wild. Some were built with stone and still hold the echoes of screams. Travel with me now to the southern edge of the continent, to Cape Town, South Africa. There, rising above the sea winds and modern traffic, stands one of the oldest buildings in the country, the Castle of Good Hope. It was built by the Dutch East India Company, otherwise known as the VOC. This pentagon-shaped fortress was meant to defend the Cape Colony from enemies. Instead, it became a place of fear, punishment, and some say, eternal unrest. Within its stone walls, soldiers were flogged, prisoners were tortured, and executions were carried out in its courtyard. And when the lights fall, something still walks its corridors. One of the most terrifying tales of the Castle of Good Hope is that of the Grey Lady, a shadowy female figure seen gliding through the castle halls. Her face is sometimes twisted in grief, other times in rage. Some believe she is a noblewoman whose child died within these walls. Even more disturbing is the story of the phantom bell. Long ago, a bell hung in one of the towers. It was silenced and sealed centuries ago, and yet the bell still rings. Guards have heard its toll at midnight, only to climb the tower and find no sign of life or even movement. And then there's the legend of the black dog, a phantom hound that appears snarling at visitors, only to vanish before it can strike, leaving visitors shaken. Eyewitnesses also report hearing footsteps with no owner, doors that slam shut on their own, and even a tall man in a black coat is seen pacing the ramparts, then vanishing through solid stone. Security guards have refused to work alone after dark. with some resigning after a single night shift. Even in daylight, some tourists report overwhelming feelings of dread and unease, especially in the old dungeon, where the air is thick and the silence is not quite silent. If the leper tree trapped its dead in the wood, the Castle of Good Hope holds its ghosts in stone. Two locations, two echoes of African history. One, a tree fed by death and silence. The other, a fortress screaming with memories of those who suffered from within its walls. The Leper Tree and the Castle of Good Hope remind us that history is not always buried. Sometimes it lingers in the whisper of wind through a hollow trunk, or in the footsteps that echo down stone halls after the living have left. What do you believe? Are these tales just remnants of a dark past? Or is something else moving in the shadows? If this journey through haunted Africa has stirred your curiosity, don't stop here. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the Gingerbeard Man. Leave a comment below. Have you ever visited a haunted place in Africa? Thanks for watching. God bless.